La sal, where it's used in the nerves and muscles that control dexterous pincer-like hooves.
Por ese chivo anda sin ley. Mira cómo baja para abajo.
Vital ingredients
Vamos
carried
arriba.
around by a simple
Estamos en el
molecule
aire.
with remarkable properties.
Estamos al aire.
Is there a way to turn this shit down?
Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And we're live.
En vivo. Hoy, today we have GalacticMoney on the ChivoHouse.
For sure.
Now that we have two of the Chivo missing, the Lion Chivo
And the Hollywood chivo.
and the Hollywood Chivo. Hollywood, Florida?
No. Well, it could be Hollywood, Florida. He likes it out there.
Yeah. Welcome back, Hollywood, Florida. We'll see what happened. What's going on with GalacticMoney, XL?
Here we just like to talk about money that's not from here. All right?
Exactly. Money that is from somewhere else than from.
But here. Anywhere else but here.
Yeah, so we like to discuss all the new means of economics, financing, DeFi, centralized financing, all kinds of coverage. We're going to be in. We talk a little bit of the macroeconomic situation as well, but we try to digest it, chew it up and digest it.
Yeah. As much as we can. I mean, it's a little bit challenging, but anything is doable. But the market is looking how it should be looking. Right?
Yeah, so we have that nice run on BTC, that nice wedge. Everybody's aware. To 66, it went up, huh?
Yeah, that was one of the key numbers that we wanted to see. It was like to hit its all-time high. But we thought we were gonna start going into price discovery. But we'll take it. It's still at a good over 60, right? Yeah.
So, I mean, I know you've been doing a lot of DeFi as of lately.
I've been doing here and there a little bit of DeFi. But I think we should get into and see how the market looks,
Yes.
just before we start talking about all the other degen stuff.
All the other DGen stuff. So, yes, that's the other thing. We're going to be touching on the macro picture on
Of what's going on around the world.
financially. This is all financial stuff, but we'll try to keep it light.
Yeah. But the market's looking pretty good, I think.
Well, this is something that I used to look at before a lot, which was the total market cap. And I want to pull it up here. And what we see in the total market cap is that we've been increasing nonstop, basically, for the past, year and a half?
Exponentially, you mean?
Yes. So we had that big market correction in 18. And now we just been up and up as of lately.
Yeah, we've had our downs and stuff, but that's part of the market. That's a healthy market. When you see the market just go up and down, it's pretty healthy. I think it's healthier than just like the traditional market, which is just like up and up and up and up and up, and then it goes down a little bit, and then it just go up, and then it just
But overall,
it doesn't have like really a reset. Like crypto kind of has a little bit of a reset.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. We had this 2018 reset where we went to about 20,000 and came back and had that long 2 years consolidation period here. And then this is what I'm referring. Since then, we've just been up for the past year or
Right.
so. So yeah, I mean, this is strong, right? Strong performing market now. 2.6 trillion is bigger than the dollar market by like about 100%.
Yes, it is. It's kind of incredible though, like for something so new to be able to do that, right?
Yeah. So Bitcoin is what?
2009.
Yeah. So about 11 years,
Yeah.
and the rest of the crypto is probably really. So Ethereum came out here, right? And that opened up the market at another level.
2016.
2016 December something like that.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's like since 16 really like
It's like it's been the time for actually alts to come out since Ethereum came out and started its thing. Because before there really were alts, but they were nowhere comparable to what Ethereum has done for the market.
Yeah, because Ethereum did like a paradigm shift. It opened up basically the ability to invest
Yes.
into new project.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you think of the network,
Yes.
it opened up that new face into the planet.
And I know that a lot of people are saying, oh, Ethereum this and Ethereum that, it's expensive and it's the fees are crazy, but it just outgrew all the people that can't afford it. But Ethereum is still its own beast, So some people, there's other options, like you can go to other networks that are cheaper. But right now, Ethereum is where the big boys play. If you're not a big boy, I mean, you can play, but it's just going to cost you more than those people that.
Well, that's the thing in crypto. Like nobody can tell you what to do. You are free. It's an open, free market for sure, right?
Yep.
So we see Ethereum here that when it had its correction.
Did it break the all-time high already?
Yeah.
Oh, it wicked up there.
It wicked up there. We hear flirting with that, but the volume is definitely there now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We have this wedge, and what are you thinking? Like Ethereum is gonna start outperforming BTC now?
I think it's still performing. I mean, it hasn't been like for some reason Ethereum has been just coping with BTC. It's been staying within.
It's been following BTC still.
It does its thing here and there, but it's not. It hasn't been as explosive as everybody expected to be. Everybody's expecting Ethereum to just explode, so it can outperform BTC. The thing is that Ethereum will outperform BTC.
It has to.
Yeah, because of its market cap.
It has to because the economic pressure that it has, like so much more capital in the whole DeFi aspect, right? So it's facts.
Yes. No, that's true. I agree.
And BTC as well, but you don't have yields on BTC.
I mean, you do have some yields here and there, but they're nowhere as liquid as Ethereum.
No, and nowhere near as
profitable too.
Yeah, no, and as possible as Ethereum. So Ethereum has like this whole new space for making making projects that will develop financing products.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, you cannot
at a faster pace.
Yeah, there's projects that have been happening in BTC for a while, but they're not taking off. And the best thing that happened to BTC is that Ethereum came out.
Yeah. But like we were talking about earlier too. I mean, this is great because can you imagine, having Ethereum like actually running everything that Ethereum is running on top of the BTC network? It would be a clutter.
Yeah, how much is a BTC transactions? And how many transactions can the network handle? And even with the layer 2 solutions on BTC, it would be astronomical still. It's already astronomical on ETH.
Yeah, that's why we were just talking about earlier that a lot of people are complaining and this and that, but imagine running all that plus the BTC network all together.
How do you see it? I mean, we have now ETH really flirting with this ceiling here, breaking all-time highs. So you see it where, by let's say the end of the year is upon us already. So
I'm shooting closer towards 10K
by December.
By the end of the
by
year.
the end of December.
Maybe a little bit before the end, like around maybe mid-December.
So that's like 110%, something like that.
Yeah, and then from there we just gotta see how crazy the euphoria gets, because it's all about euphoria. Once people start getting in and they see that the thing is going up and it's going up and it's going up, people go crazy. After that, there's no ceiling, there's no sky. Sky's the limit. It could reach 10,000, it could reach 12, it could reach 15, 20, who knows? It all depends on how the euphoria of people, comes in.
And not only people and individuals, but also corporations.
Of course.
Because
because it's right now the corporations are the one mainly dictating a lot of the market.
Well, I could tell you,
but the euphoria usually comes from the retail.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have some corporate euphoria.
Yeah.
But the euphoria from retail is way out of control compared to the corporate euphoria. Because the corporate euphoria, it gets out of control. I mean, we haven't really seen it
for ETH.
Even for BTC, we really haven't seen it like.
I mean, we have microseller and Tesla,
but I'm talking
about
because in 2018, remember 2017 to 2018, that was all
an 18 reset where we went to about 20,000 and came back and had that long 2 years consolidation period here, and then this is what I'm referring. Since then, we've just been up for the past year.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, this is strong, right? Strong performing market now. 2.6 trillion is bigger than the dollar market by like about 100%.
Yes, it is. It's kind of incredible though, like for something so new to be able to do that, right?
Yeah. So Bitcoin is what?
2009.
Yeah. So about 11 years.
Yeah.
And the rest of the crypto is probably really. So Ethereum came out here, right? And that opened up the market at another level.
2016.
2016 December, something like that.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's like since 16, really, like
it's like it's been the time for actually alts to come out since Ethereum came out and started its thing. Because before there really were alts, but they were nowhere comparable to what Ethereum has done for the market.
Yeah, because Ethereum did like a paradigm shift. It opened up basically the ability to invest into new project.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you think of the network, it opened up that new phase into the planet.
And I know that a lot of people are saying, oh, Ethereum this and Ethereum that, it's expensive and it's the fees are crazy, but it just outgrew all the people that can't afford it. But Ethereum is still its own beast, So some people, there's other options, like you can go to other networks that are cheaper. But right now, Ethereum is where the big boys play. If you're not a big boy, I mean, you can play, but it's just going to cost you more than those people that that have the capital to play with it.
Well, that's the thing in crypto. Like nobody can tell you what to do. You are free is an open free market for sure, right?
Yep.
So we see Ethereum here that when it had its correction,
Did it break the all-time high already?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, for it wicked up there.
it wicked up there. You know, we hear flirting with that, but the volume is definitely there now. You know, we
Oh
have
yeah, definitely.
we have this wedge. And what are you thinking? Like, Ethereum is gonna start outperforming BTC now?
I think it's still performing. I mean, it hasn't been like for some reason Ethereum has been just coping with BTC. It's been staying within.
It's been following BTC still.
It does its thing here and there, but it's not. It hasn't been as explosive as everybody expected to be. Everybody's expecting Ethereum to just explode, you know, so it can outperform BTC. The thing is that Ethereum will outperform BTC.
It has to.
Yeah, because of its market cap.
It has to because the economic pressure that it has, like,
Awesome.
so much more capital in the whole DeFi aspect, right? So people are using Ethereum to make money. That's real. Like, that's just facts.
Yes. No, that's true. I agree.
And BTC as well, but you don't have yields on BTC.
I mean, you do have some yields here and there, but they're nowhere as liquid as Ethereum.
No, and nowhere near as
Profitable too.
Yeah, no, and as possible as Ethereum. So Ethereum has like this whole new space for making making projects that will develop financing products.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, you cannot
At a
really,
faster pace.
yeah, there's projects that have been happening in BTC for a while, but they not taking off. And the best thing that happened to BTC is that Ethereum came out.
Yeah. But like we were talking about earlier too. I mean, this is great because can you imagine, having Ethereum like actually running everything that Ethereum is running on top of the BTC network? It would be a clutter.
Yeah, how much is a BTC transactions, and how many transactions can the network handle? And even with the layer 2 solutions on BTC, it would be astronomical still. It's already astronomical on ETH.
Yeah, that's why we were just talking about earlier that a lot of people are complaining and this and that, but imagine running all that plus the BTC network all together.
How do you see it? I mean, we have now ETH really flirting with this ceiling here, breaking all-time high. So you see it where, by let's say the end of the year is upon us already. So
I'm shooting closer towards 10K
by December.
By the end of the
By
year.
the end of December.
Maybe a little bit before the end, like around maybe mid-December.
So that's like 110%, something like that.
Yeah. And then from there, we just got to see how crazy the euphoria gets, because it's all about euphoria. Once people start getting in and they see that the thing is going up and it's going up and it's going up, people go crazy. After that, there's no ceiling, there's no sky. Sky's the limit. It could reach 10,000, it could reach 12, it could reach 15, 20, who knows? It all depends on how the euphoria of people comes in.
And not only people and individuals, but also corporations.
Of course.
Because
because it's right now the corporations are the one mainly dictating a lot of the market.
well, I could tell you,
But
by
the euphoria usually comes from the retail.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have some corporate euphoria.
yeah.
But the euphoria from retail is way out of control compared to the corporate euphoria. Because the corporate euphoria, it gets out of control. I mean, we haven't really seen it.
For ETH.
even for BTC, we really haven't seen it like
I mean, we
crazy.
have Michael Saylor and
No,
Tesla
but I'm talking
and all
about
those.
because in 2018, remember 2017 to 2018, that was all retail.
Yes.
It might have been here and there a little bit of corporate, but we really haven't seen what are all these companies that are now in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now there's a whole bunch of companies that are in that's going to cause another type of euphoria.
Yeah, yeah. I can tell you that all of the financial institutions, uh, their new excitement is the crypto space.
Yes.
And what is not clear to the public yet is like, yeah, everybody is excited about BTC and their ETF making this new financial pipes bigger and bigger, but
No, well, hold on. The ETF were for
BTC only.
BTC only.
So my point is like,
Imagine if
once this same type of euphoria starts dropping into ETH, yeah, I mean, obviously 10K is nothing.
yeah. I mean, and everything is possible here. We've seen
The whole space is growing. We have,
it's growing way faster. Like right now, it's taking like a little bit of a, like it's moving in increments, I think.
yeah,
Because before it would have, if it would have been before, we would have been in like phase one of euphoria already. But
Yeah.
right now, it has more control, so
Yeah.
you don't see like these
Well,
super crazy jumps yet.
the pools are a lot bigger, so now it takes a lot more money to move it. We're already talking about ETH. What is it, like close to 200 billion?
Yeah.
So to move that size of a pool, now you need a lot more investment.
But the thing also too, you're talking about this is global. This
This
not
is
like
global.
it's not like in one area. You know what I mean? It's not this. It's
And
not.
crypto is not niche anymore. It's mainstream.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
We see FTX on the World Series, actually on all of baseball. Coinbase, talking about Coinbase, they got a NBA exclusive contract.
Yeah.
So I mean, we see all of this.
But FTX also has some type of contract with the NBA. Also, no, it's actually with MLB, right?
MLB baseball,
I've
yeah,
seen-
it's
I've
all
seen
over.
it.
It's all over the place in baseball. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they have the logos on the uniforms already.
Yeah, how can you miss that, right?
Yeah.
So
that's-
it's completely mainstream. Now, as far as these regulators, these networks are unstoppable. That's the thing that people are getting to realize. Like nobody asked for permission,
Yeah.
and nobody asked for anything. They just exist.
Yeah.
BTC exists.
Everything is transitioning. I mean, it's transitional and it's smooth. Everything runs smooth how it should. You don't have to wait for some KYC for someone to be like, oh, I have $1 million. Well, you got to fill out all these papers.
Unstoppable,
and-
verifiable,
and
unstoppable.
Exactly. So you just hit one button
And you can
and let's go.
spend your whole account.
Yeah. Well, you can move. There's no limit to how much you can move.
Yeah, so the regulator is still afraid of this because the economic helps controls the population. I mean, that's no big secret.
Yeah.
We see them still trying to regulate about this exchange traded fund, right? So it's like so big corporation can put big money into right now BTC, hopefully futures into cryptos, but for people out there, at the end of the day, you don't have to wait for these products. Actually, you shouldn't wait for this
Yeah.
product.
No, not at all. I mean, and it's not really like it's an actual product. You're trading futures. That's all that the ETF that got approved for BTC is just
A note.
future trading. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's all paper trading. It doesn't run on the network. It has no type. It doesn't add or retract any type of liquidity from the network. It's just numbers. That's all. It manipulates the numbers. That's basically what these ETF are. I mean, they do have some that are that they have applied for, which are the real ETFs that do run. You have to hold the actual BTC, but they haven't been approved yet.
Yeah, and
that's what we want.
That's what we want. We see the ETF of the first ETF approval here, and we see guys like Barry Silver and Gray BTC. They gonna have a product that will have like actual crypto as stake, 1-for-1 exchangeable. I see those starting to dominate the desire for the most like complex markets, because this is stuff that you can prove right away.
Right, and not only that, it actually helps this market. If it was a real ETF, like that it's not a futures ETF. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was like you were saying, 1-for-1 crypto, then that would actually help move the market and consolidate it more, make it stronger. Right now, they can say that they're holding billions of dollars in a futures ETF, but that's all numbers. It's generated numbers. You can't really trace it in the on the blockchain. You can't really actually see and prove it that's the actual numbers.
Yeah. I learned from Barry Silver that those people that launched the first, these people right here that launched the first ETF, they probably don't have like many BTC
in their holdings.
At all.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's true. I mean, they gotta have some, right? Because also, let's say if the market goes the way that it's not supposed to go, and they don't have the right amount of BTC.
That's the risk.
That risk is on them.
Yes. So somehow they got approval though.
I mean, it's trying to how do you call it? They're trying to tame, I guess, crypto. That's a good way to put it. I mean, it's at the end of the day, this thing is borderless. It doesn't have an owner. It's not owned by any governments or anything. So all they can do is try to manipulate and try to tame it. We'll see how far that goes.
But as far as like new finance now for people, what is the most exciting things you've been looking at?
Well, like I was showing you earlier, on I think what is it called? I'm not gonna say any names, but one of the exchanges, I was playing a little bit with Miami Coin,
yeah, we've been featuring that on the ChivoHouse. We have we love Florida. We love Florida. We love Texas, the state fighting for freedom, financial freedom, all kinds of freedom. Montana as well. I'm not sure what other state out there, but Wisconsin as well too, right?
Yeah.
So all of the states that are fighting for, you know what's gonna happen to something that we've been talking about since 2015 is we're gonna see a state competing for population now.
Yeah, and that's
because people are gonna choose.
Yeah.
I mean, where are you gonna choose? California, where they actually decriminalize shoplifting up to like $900. So you can steal $900
and you'll be all right.
You're not gonna have a criminal charge.
Okay.
It will probably be a misdemeanor or whatever the hell it will be. But or you could choose something like Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Even though California is beautiful and stuff, people are gonna start choosing. We see the smart money fluctuate. Like, why did Elon moved from California to Texas?
Well, I think didn't he say he was moving back or something?
I'm not sure, but why did he move his whole
Well,
company?
Yeah, because it's more lenient. It's more.
By the way, Tesla hit a $1 trillion. What do you think of that?
That's amazing. This guy he's doing his thing. You can't hate on the guy.
But, yeah, you can hate, but can you justify the valuation?
Like I told you when we started, the traditional market just goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up.
Yeah, like this guy said, the traditional market doesn't go down, right?
Exactly. I mean, and it doesn't go down because it's supported by the government, and that the government doesn't want the market to go down.
They don't want the market to go down, and right now they don't have any other option for all this money to go into bonds, right? Corporate bonds, and
Exactly.
go into the market. So even though Tesla is not,
But I like it. I love it. I mean, it went up.
hey, I'm not hating for anybody that makes money in the market, which is tough,
Yeah.
regardless of whatever you heard. I mean, yeah, just buy and hold. Yeah, that's a strategy, but it could also go wrong, right? So wherever you making money, big ups to you.
Yeah, I agree.
However, it's kind of tough. Keep justifying this like
It's
Tesla.
growth.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Are they selling a lot of cars?
I mean they're not selling more than all of the other cars combined, right?
That's what I'm saying.
We know that for a fact, right?
Yes.
But they are worth more than all the other car companies combined.
And even if let's say if you happen to add a SpaceX to it, I don't think SpaceX is producing a type of money where it
Nowhere
can move.
near. But we know that this is valuation, future
Yeah,
valuation.
future,
So
What are you gonna do? It's great. I mean, I love it. As long as you're making money, it's all good.
and talking about like crazy valuations, which in our Twitter, Galactic Money, you can follow us. I posed the question like, which one is more overvalued, Sheev or Tesla?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. It doesn't matter. They both
Making money.
they both explosive
Right.
right now on the way up, and
Even if you add sheep to the mix?
yeah. So what do you think of this whole So this is a new phenomenon, right? So you can actually invest on like a meme is like kind of like a hidden message or a joke.
Basically a joke.
Okay, so you
people
can
do it for enjoyment, right?
for the yeah. So you can bet on
Enjoyment.
yeah.
I mean, where else are you gonna see this, man? This thing is
I do understand that she has a bit more fundamentals.
right now
Then-
they're investing a lot of their money back into sheep.
And they have like an exchange.
Yes.
And
Well, they're working on everything. They even working on DeFi.
on DeFi and exchange. Yeah, of course, because DeFi doesn't care. As long as there's value, you can use it, right? That's the great thing about DeFi. It's verifiable.
Yeah.
So the yields that they're gonna give you is because they can verify the contract can verify that value.
Exactly. Well, it's more transparent than let's say Tesla. I'll tell you that much. Sheep, even Doge to an extent. You know what I mean? Because you can actually go back and see for yourself on the blockchains. Okay, this is what is moving. It's moving this. This is what it's producing. This is what it's mining.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is, you know-
Blockchains. The great thing is that they absolutely verifiable.
Right. Like on Tesla, how are you going to go up to Elon's people and be like, hey, let me see your books? They know.
Well, even if they wanted to, it's all a post valuation. So meaning that whatever the data that you get is later on. You cannot have on streaming of data. That's the big thing with the blockchain. That you could whatever the value it is right now, you can see it right now
Right
as
now.
this second.
Exactly.
That's the big paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And yeah, in that sense, I agree that the value is more
More verifiable.
more verifiable. We see Eric Wall, here talking about Sheev and Doge, which he makes a good point actually about Sheev being better than Doge.
Yeah, I agree with him because he's got a good point. Doge still has those that stuff with the mining merge with the Litecoin.
And what was their emission rate is incredible. You showed that to me.
Yeah, it was
It's in the billions.
It's in the billions.
What, a day, a month?
daily printing of Doge.
Yeah,
And to tell you the truth, I don't even know how
it keeps up.
yeah, how is it sustainable? I mean, I get it. Some people, are just playing with the number, which is the main price, but still, you know how much it's
And plus, let's be real, Sheev is an ERC20 token.
yeah.
So we're
And
talking about Ethereum.
also with Sheeb, they already printed everything that's going to be printed that's going to come out.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
Doge doesn't have a limit, doesn't have how much is going to be printed. This thing it prints on a daily basis billions.
So choose your dog.
Yeah, so
choose your dog according to what you like. You like inflationary, or you like a set DeFi asset. Yeah, for sure. I mean, but she has outperformed everything.
Everything has outperformed. Well, like I told you before, I knew I was like, hey, she was going into Coinbase. Coinbase facilitates people from buying so easily and seamless that you just buy directly from your bank.
Yeah, Coinbase is one of the biggest exchange, but is it still like?
But it's the smooth process of buying it. Like let's say,
True.
let's say Miami Coin. Can you buy? Not anybody can sit here.
Yeah,
and
right
buy
now,
Miami
now.
Coin. It's
Even if you from Miami,
even if you exactly, you have to go through, a foreign exchange for you to get it, or you have to go through
Uniswap.
or you got to go through Uniswap. And
how much is that transaction?
Yeah, exactly. Right. I think the last time we were watching, it was like about regular transaction and Uniswap was like over $100, like $150 right now.
Right now.
Right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing is, even for a regular transaction, you're talking about to send ETH from one wallet to another is probably like it's good to $30, $25-$30. It's for the elites, man. Ethereum became an elite for the elites project.
An elite network.
Exactly. I mean, it's a good thing. We still have other options. You still have Solana out there. You have Avalanche.
Yeah.
Right. You have ELG.
Algo.
You got Algorand, and you have what's ELG? That's Enron, right?
Elron. So you were telling me about Elron.
Yeah, well, Elron they have a lot of new projects coming on board. They're like they were taking it easy, launching all these projects. But right now they have their own everything that Ethereum has. Pretty much they have it, and the transactions are sub-cents. So that's something that you can look at if you think that Ethereum is too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you may think that, and it's true. The reality is that you got just like levels, right? Mm-hmm. Levels upon levels, because we already have the DeFi market blowing up on ETH. Okay, that's one. That's just one, and like people used to think that was the biggest thing, but now you also have the NFT market blowing up on ETH. And like you were telling me earlier, the fact that you need so much ETH to mint any NFT makes it valuable as
Right.
soon as it's printed.
As soon as it's meant.
So if you able to print it, it's valuable. It's kind of crazy. It's unexplainable, but it's just is.
That's why it's so expensive. Like let's say on Solana, you could probably mint NFT maybe for cents.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be as valuable as one of these apes, which is
Yeah.
printed on Ethereum, which is going to cost you $3, $4, even $1,000 just
Yeah.
to mint one of these NFTs,
Yeah.
just to mint it,
Yeah.
to make
and,
it exist.
and then you got NFTs, and then you got another paradigm shift on ETH is that the gaming aspect is also taking off and merging with the NFTs.
Yep.
So here we can see an Axie farm. Nobody can stop you from doing this. This just happens, and just instead of
they're
you,
just they're farming NFTs, right?
well, they farming.
For the Axie game.
Well, in the way it is, like if you can make one of these characters, they will produce money, as long as they playing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you maintain an NFT. You also maintain a video game character that is making money. This is where we're saying that ETH has to blow up, right?
Yeah.
So 15, 20K is actually.
Yeah, once the euphoria kicks in, that's why I'm saying, all these, they might sound crazy right now,
Yeah.
but later on when we're talking about, remember when we were saying the ETH maybe this, maybe that.
Yeah. So let's be real. Like, when will ETH flip BTC?
That's
Next year?
That's a every what do you every cycle question. When is ETH gonna flip BTC? Well, I think
Next year.
I think I don't know if it's next year. It could
2022, somewhere before the end, before next October.
It's possible. Anything is possible. I mean, the thing is that a lot of people, the people that have money, they have confidence on BTC.
Yeah, it's that trust. At the end of the
They
day,
have
it's
that
that trust.
Once can
BTC,
can ETH overtake BTC on a euphoria phase? Yes.
Yes, not only euphoria phase, but also once ETH.
Because the thing is, got too much stuff going on.
Once-
Everything is happening on ETH. On other networks they're trying to mimic everything. Every network out there that you try to that you can mention, all the ones we mentioned, they're all copying what ETH is doing.
They're all trying to get to ETH level.
Right.
So the point is,
And BTC is chilling. It's just this gold thing.
which is
hodl.
great, is a great sell, right? Digital
Yeah.
gold for the planet. You could put all the assets of a country in there. Great, awesome.
Talking about that too, I saw. I think you posted it, or somebody posted it. That they were trying to put the miners like in liquid or something.
Yeah. So all kinds of new the economic incentive drives innovation, right? So people looking for all kinds of solution.
Well,
So-
that would be great if they can. You know what I mean? Because it'll be 100%.
yeah, they're gonna squeeze every and last efficiency out of mining in there. So
Right.
the concept of mining is being pushed by
The limit, yeah.
to the
Well,
limit.
that's for now. I mean, because look, even ETH right now is trying to switch over to 2.0
Well, that's what I wanted to go. That's what I wanted
because
to touch.
Staking is more lenient in power, right? Like
It's a lot less
Yeah, it's like-
power, like electricity.
Yeah, it's
involved.
probably like I don't know the number, maybe 95%.
Yeah,
Let's say
Yeah,
it uses
let's say.
5% of what BTC uses.
yeah. Let's say.
That's going to change the game. Everybody's going to want to, BTC is running on a,
on a power consumption pipeline. Who knows that can probably power who. If it gets so big, who knows what it could probably power the U.S. or something. But eventually, they're going to have to do some type of fork. I mean, that's me thinking. Because if Ethereum starts outperforming, the transactions on ETH 2.0,
Every single aspect of the transaction,
right?
Size, quantity, all
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. Why would you still stay doing, in the dinosaur age, producing all this
It
energy?
is when it comes to the network side, not to mix the technical side with the financial side, but it is a dinosaur.
Yeah. I mean, we can go even more dinosaur. Even Ethereum 2.0 is probably going to be a dinosaur compared to
some of the most cutting edge.
Yeah, like you were talking about earlier, Cubic, the
Ivancello, who first launched the first proof of stake live, completely
he's
live.
the one that came out with the actual.
Not really, like what we see in networks is like ideas get improved and improved and improved.
But what I'm saying is he's the one that came out with the concept.
He came out with the first, so the
because
NXT,
I know that everything has been improving.
NXT was like the first fully out like proof of stake system out there, which Vitalik and them took and improved, and
they have been improving it.
They have been improving. It's not even out yet, whatever, 6 years later.
But it is out because
it is out. It is out somewhat like halfway. It's kind of cool that you could do that.
Yeah, I agree too. I think Solana is working on something too, but they're more like a little bit like centralized.
At the end of the day, you have to exchange centralization for speed. Yeah. Right now, nobody has really solved all three aspects.
Trilemma, right?
The trilemma everybody talks about. But
that's what IOTA was trying to.
IOTA was trying, but they opted for centralization up to this date. That's just facts,
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So his new proposing is like, and he's calling it useful proof of work.
Okay.
So it's gonna be some computation involved as far as the transactions going through, but also some sort of DeFi incentive to help the network.
Yeah, they should, because I think IOTA could have did much better. We used to talk about
it
if they would have had like a good incentive.
You got to incentivize people to work in the network.
Because you do 1 for 2, one transaction. You do 2 transactions. You get back to the network.
What am I getting?
Right.
At the end of the day,
you're sending the transaction. That's what you're supposedly. That's what it is. You're getting your transaction for free because you're processing 2 other transactions.
Yeah.
But for people in this day and age, they can care less. They want to see, okay, I processed 2 transactions,
but I'm making this much.
But I'm making at least a little bit of something, so I can pay for the, and it makes sense. So you can pay for the equipment to run, what I mean? Like the electricity,
it's very competitive.
It's not like everybody's gonna sit here every day on their laptop and just start
completely
sending one
like altruistic for no reason.
Exactly. So that's why you need to have incentives, so you can have machines running on their own. You know what I mean? Producing these transactions that are needed, that not me and you are going to sit here every day and produce 2 transactions for the network. For you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not sustainable. So I guess he figured it out, and
I mean, he's one thing that you always say is like we follow the brains. The guy Ivancello definitely has the brains. Yeah. He has been in the lead of the development of the whole space for many years now.
Many years.
We can also
we were talking about earlier. What's the guy from Dot?
Gavin.
Gavin Wood, he's working on his things too. That is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
That is another paradigm shift. Ethereum came and completely shifted the
BTC world.
the BTC world or crypto world, right? And now that has been pushing towards that whole Web3, which is today and
the next phase.
It's the next phase, and it's one of those phases that I think is here to stay. We can see how ICO came and kind of went.
I mean, it's still going on.
It's still going on because it's just been renaming.
Yeah, the thing it doesn't have it doesn't have that power like it had when it first came.
Well, it has changed because people are swapping less and staking more. So, knowing that was going to happen, Gavin designed the polka dot in Kusama, which is the same thing. System to be ran on staking. You're not necessarily swapping those dots. Like the incentive is not for you to
swap.
It's for you to rent them.
Yes.
And that's the big paradigm shift in there. So
because that's an incentive for you, to make money. Like what else is there? Like in life, what else is there? Like living that's our main part, but we're in a world that you need an incentive to live.
To make money, and also it gave a security incentive because since you're not swapping, really, there's no threat because you holding those keys.
Exactly.
You still holding those.
It's
those
great.
funds.
I love it and everything, but I think the time lag mechanism that he has, I think is what is it like 30 to 90 days.
Okay.
Once you, especially right now, they're coming out with the parachains.
Okay.
They already did on for Kusama, but I think it's next month around the 11th is where the polka dot system is gonna go. Just be ready because it's gonna get around the 11th, around that time.
The 11th of
next
November.
month. Yes, it's gonna go crazy because that's when they're actually launching the
parachains.
The parachains.
That's awesome.
And a lot of them are already
sold out.
Yeah.
So the space, the drawback is that the space is limited.
Yeah. But the thing with that too also is that once you freeze the money, once you freeze the dots, that's it. You gotta wait its time. There's nothing you can do. Okay, I'm gonna buy out early. There's nothing you can do. That dot is trapped there until it releases. And it's all done by a mechanism algorithm, that runs on the network.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about it. Like, okay, I'm gonna stake, let's say 100 dots.
For how long?
For I think it's a period of 90 days.
So I'm gonna lock these dots for 30 days.
Okay, but let's say you're in the midst of a bull market, and it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
It's gonna go down to whatever percentage you want to call it, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80%. I don't know.
Okay.
And you have that already locked. You're in it for the long run, but if you're in it for the long run, then maybe you shouldn't care. But if you're in it for the money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That 90 days.
What do you want? More control or more? Yeah. I get what you're saying. One thing I do have to say is that we've been experiencing that people are interested in this DeFi stuff.
Yeah.
Even we've seen a group of people in the space that they're more interested in the DeFi than in the trading aspect of it. Yeah. And this bull market has held for long enough that now people see the benefit.
Right.
So there are some people that are not going to touch their holdings regardless of the market action.
I agree. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have some too in cold storage that I don't want to ever touch.
Yeah.
Well, who knows down the line with my kids or something. I mean,
Yeah.
but still, it's not bad to take some capital. You know, like
No, you got to take gains. I mean, that's one thing we learned in 2018. At some point, this market would probably correct 60, 70, 80, or 90% for some coins out there.
yeah, but most of them are gonna suffer. Like even BTC is,
Yeah, I mean, even BTC,
even DOT. We're talking about DOT.
even that, all of the.
So what I'm saying is, okay, let's say I have 100 dots. I'll put it on a parachain, right? It's locked for 90 days. The euphoria kicks in. You're okay. It's going up. It's locked. Then all of a sudden you see the market crashing and burning, and you're like,
you cannot move it,
and you can't move it. Yeah. I mean, the mechanism is great for the actual network because it's not going to suffer as much as all the other ones, but there's still liquid dots out there that are going to bring the market down for DOT.
And it will happen. However, we've seen stuff like Hex and stuff constantly performing because of those locking mechanism,
right?
And people just lock it and forget it,
right?
And what's interesting is that we see more and more DeFi, and the reward is so big that people are willing to risk the correction
until you have a massive correction.
They haven't seen, those people haven't seen
exactly.
like a Hex hold that haven't seen a 90% correction yet.
Exactly. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. Like, okay, the locking mechanisms are good. Yeah, for the networks it's great, but also try to come out with like a happy medium.
Yeah,
not so long. You know, what's the time locking number on the Hex? You know, or you don't?
No, I'm not sure, but whatever it is long enough to keep people coming.
Yeah, so, I mean, they I'm pretty sure they I don't think it's as bad as 90 days. Maybe I don't know.
I guess they got different tiers, but flipping on networks, what do you think of this guy?
Cardano, man. I like the guy. He's pretty smart. The thing is that, people see him as a big innovator and all that. Yeah, he is, but he always takes advantage of how the market is done. Like,
so he's been
like he plays the market really well. Like all the great news always comes out on a bullish market. Always. You know, or it sets up for it.
But my question is like, are they? Because I'm not too familiar with Cardano. Are they releasing products that are like, because they
just had the Shelly fork that came out and they activated all the contracts, because before they didn't have smart contracts.
No.
And now I think it was like a month, maybe a little bit longer than a month ago, they launched Shelly, and now they have smart contracts. They're building. They're a big community, man. Cardano has a huge community.
As a huge community, we can see there that it pumped is on its correction. That's on the weekly there.
What is it at? 196?
Yeah, 199 right now.
189. Okay.
I mean,
but it did a good 3.
Hey, you see my level there?
Yeah,
it hit it right on the.
It wicked right to your level.
Right to the levels. That level stuff works. Now, my question to you is: do they have like? Because everybody's going after ETH, faster, cheaper, all that kind of stuff. Always you see this again and again. And is Cardano doing anything transcending?
It's copying ETH, I'll tell you that much, but they're copying it right because the way that they're doing it is incrementally using the news. They're they like I'm pretty sure they have a lot of the stuff already ready to come out, but they don't. They don't just shove everything out, into the world. They wait for the market to indicate when to start, You know,
Yeah, they've been playing those release timely.
yeah, they're pretty good. That's why I'm saying he's pretty smart, the guy. You know, but Cardano is great. I like Cardano. You know, Cardano has great potential, and Ethereum is not gonna be. It's too many people in this world making transactions. Transactions. Ethereum cannot hold the whole world, even if they go into the sharding stuff and all this.
It's not a
stuff.
Some
right.
You know,
You're gonna need different networks. Solana's gonna have to.
So this is the thing about the Web3 and Dr. Gavin Wood. You know, the inclusion of everything, and
they're always beefing too.
Oh yeah, him and Gavin. I mean, they did work together at some point, a little bit.
It was
launching
him,
Ethereum.
Yeah, him, Vitalik, and Gavin.
Joseph Lubin and all those Ethereum was designed by bankers. You know, Vitalik is a great kid, but he was more of
an economist.
No, he was more of a
like leaning more towards the bankers.
In the sense of an advertising scheme.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I hate to call it. I love Vitalik and his dad and the way for what they stand, and you know, he's also been a designer. But the fact is that the whole scheme of Ethereum was designed by bankers. You know, they understand financing, and that's now you see why the payoff. You know, people want to make money.
Well, talking about him, about Vitalik, I think it's in his public address hold 2,000 Ethereum.
2,000?
I mean, that's his public one. That's the one that people know.
I thought it would be a lot more.
I thought so too, but you know, like, but not really, because that's the public. That's what everybody sees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Who knows? In reality,
his
right?
cold storage somewhere, it's got to be pretty high. Because I remember at one point he had like, wasn't it like over like a million or two?
Yeah, I remember when he sold like a quarter of his ETH way back,
and it was a lot of ETH.
It was a lot of ETH back then. So that's just to tell you that probably even him didn't believe what is happening today.
Yeah. But the markets are looking great, man. I think Cardano's everything's. I think.
Everything.
This weekend is gonna be leaning more towards alts.
So here it is, all the alts. This is the market cap too. If we break this level here now, we actually just about to break it, right? Mm-hmm. This is new all-time high for all season, basically. Price discovery.
It's still got a wick up over there.
Yeah. I mean, you could call it there. Okay. My point is, like, once we break good after that.
It all depends also on BTC. If BTC and ETH start going sideways for a while, you're gonna see the alts, man, going nuts.
Well, I'm thinking that they about to go nuts regardless of what BTC does.
Yeah, because it already went from. It took a nice gain from, what was it from? It was ranging from 40, 50 to 60 plus now. Yeah. That's a big gap of money that is going to be being pumped into the alts.
So 1.4 trillion for the alts alone. I can see this. Yeah, I can see this like a 5 trillion easily.
I agree.
So much money in the market. And we see it. This is the only market where the money just keeps coming in.
Yeah. And when it comes in, it stays in.
It stays in. Like
even if they put it into stables.
Yeah, it's still crypto.
It's still crypto.
Still crypto. So this is all of them.
That's great.
I see a lot of growth from now to the first quarter of 22.
Yeah, is that AMC? How's AMC doing? Because I know that
it's been kind of stagnant.
Is that it right there? Because I know it did a nice pump the other. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
did a really nice pump.
And it's
And
now
it
here
is-
holding good this level here.
Yeah. AMC has been outperforming the traditional market like crazy. Like crazy. Like that's one of the ones that I've seen that has been performing like crypto. Actually.
Yeah. Those two, we had the whatever, the Wall Street
Bets.
bets pushing that. That was a great time.
Yeah, I remember those times. They were pretty
It
good.
looks like it wants some more now at some point.
Yeah.
But going back to the all season, the big bets now, and maybe we can end with this. The big bets for the all season time. You know, I'm a guy that puts maybe too much emphasis on technical, but they do pay at the end.
Well, but that technical is something that if you're good at it, it always pays off. The thing
Yeah.
is, you just gotta follow it.
Yeah.
Some people deviate from it. You can't. If you're relying on technical, you're relying on technical.
Yeah.
If you're doing
Fundamentals.
you
Yeah.
rely on fundamentals. Sometimes the two can kind of combine, and you can make probably a better decision. But usually the two is hard to keep.
So I've been technical for a little bit, but before I used to do only fundamental analysis. I mean, that was my biggest strength, like looking
And it still is.
It still is probably, I just been trying to catch up with the technical, which I know it was
You're putting more time into technical than
now these days.
Yeah.
Now, however, when it comes to an old, like long positions, right? So I like to rely back on the fundamentals. So
Yeah.
the good fundamental projects,
are the ones that are going to perform the best.
they should, right? In general.
Yeah, unless you have anomalies like Shiba.
Doge, let's go. Yeah, you
No,
and
but
Doge.
Doge is really, you can't really put too much Doge in there because Doge has been going on since
Yeah.
before Litecoin.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, probably. It's been there. Now, in this next all season run, the some of the biggest players that can still have a lot of growth, right? Yeah, we were talking about Cardano. It's already big, but it could still, wow, like Cardano could still do a $10.
I could do a 10x from where it's at right now. 10, 15x.
So from 2 to 20.
Could.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. It could, though. Obviously, everything is possible. If Sheev could do what it did, anything is possible.
Yeah. Because Shiba's up like what is it like 2-3x already
Yeah.
from like a few months back.
Yeah, 5.
5x.
Yeah.
So imagine.
For like in 2 months. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was very little as well.
And
Compared to
and I think still she's got a lot to go, man.
most likely.
You just gotta watch out when the
Yeah.
correction comes, because those are the ones that
But you
don't
see,
have
my
the fundamentals.
mind doesn't comprehend so much the meme status for
We
money.
don't, but the money
talks. Yeah,
right?
and I'm learning because there was obviously some new aspect of those asset that got to be exposed.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but now going back to like fundamental, just like networks that are about to blow up. We saw Solana, right?
Solana did its thing.
Solana,
Avalanche started.
okay. Solana did its thing. Let me pull it up here. And we saw this thing just go up, and it's incredible because I'm here and I'm thinking this is too much,
Yeah.
you know?
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, and it did a correction, and that's when it really took off. And I'm here and I'm thinking this is too much, but this thing just keep going and going.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
Don't knock it. Solana at $1,000. It's
Yeah.
not far fetched.
Of course, because if it could be, if it could, if it can attract this much money already, what is it gonna stop it?
Yeah.
I mean, they did get some like network issues here.
Yeah,
This
but
was
everybody
this
does.
there was
Everybody
this big correction here.
Those are the time to buy. Once you see a problem
True.
goes on, that's
True.
when you get. That's
True.
when you jump
True.
in.
That's been one of the
that's-
better strategy, right?
That's been the best strategy. Well, if something got hacked, something
Buy
know,
it.
you buy it. Well, it depends on the project. That's
Yeah.
where the fundamentals come in. If the fundamentals are good
Yeah.
and they got hacked, then that's when you buy.
Yeah.
But if the fundamentals are not so good, then you gotta really consider if you want to buy the dip.
Okay, so we talked about ADA, Solana. These are kind of like already performed, but they could be performing. AVAX, Avalanche. This to me was like one of the hidden gems that I missed the most, because I've been known about it for a while, but I didn't know they did have so much fundamentals behind this network.
Yeah, they have so much DeFi going on, NFTs. They have gaming.
And it's solid. Their
Yeah.
network is solid,
It's
and
solid.
and
I think
it
even
hasn't had any issues.
No.
I mean, this is what you want to see. Like, this is like where like you want to bet big. Like, I'm thinking like now when the new wave of ETF and stuff starts coming in, right? So we saw like Grayscale, they developed product for BTC, then ETH, and then like they did like Litecoin, ADA, and all this stuff, and it's like, okay, like why are we doing Litecoin? Because it's been here. That's it.
Yeah.
Not because it really has like any improvement in fundamental, but now when you have a project like Avalanche, and is
And they just keep improving.
it's transforming the space. We already talked about that. Avalanche, I think they cutting edge. They right at the edge of the network and working great.
And they're pushing, yeah.
So, what do you think of Avalanche?
AVAX a 10x from here, that's not that far fetched.
600, 500, 600?
Where's it at right now? 63. 10x makes it what? 60, yeah, about 6, 7, maybe close to 1,000. Who knows? Depends on on.
In my opinion, Avalanche is more attractive. From what I gather so far, it's more attractive than Solana.
Yes, because Solana still has a central, it has.
Well, it's a bit more
centrality.
centralized.
Yeah.
And actually, Avalanche is more decentralized,
Decentralized.
even more so than.
Yes, but the thing that Avalanche that doesn't have is FTX, and this guy is everywhere.
Yeah.
If you have money to throw at stuff, the growing can't just keep growing.
True. There's a lot of growth in there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say nothing, bad about
Yeah.
Avalanche. Avalanche is great. It's like Algorand, so.
And finally, for me, algo. You gotta have algo. Tiene que tener algo de algo. The reason why I bring this up is because you actually introduced me to this, developed by some brainiac academics and stuff, and they've been performing, and they have a lot of institution and when I'm saying like development institutions, development companies and stuff working on the network already, even more so than a lot of the up and coming. And it hasn't really performed yet.
And also, it
Hasn't
hasn't
really blow up yet.
because I guess they don't have a good marketing team. Maybe I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
I
but
think
this,
they don't have
remember, like this.
even if you still need marketing,
Crypto shouldn't be about marketing.
Well,
it
you-
should take off.
but you still
grassroots.
need marketing. Right
But
now, all the marketing.
What was the marketing of BTC? None. I mean, compared to the
well, the
returns.
growth, the return, exactly.
Yeah.
So That was the whole thing. But a lot of the these alts right now, if you wanna come out of the alt forest, you have to do some marketing. If not, you're gonna stay in the forest. No matter.
But
the more you invest into it, the farther out you come out of the forest.
yeah.
The technology could be the best.
No, I agree. You need to be out there in people's attention.
The people's attention. If you're not in people's attention,
You're not gonna be in their pockets.
yep. Unfortunately, that's how it works right now. Until everything, becomes, 100%. If it gets there.
Yeah. And I mean, this is not gonna get ever to 100%. This is just gonna be.
I mean, who knows? You never know. I mean, everything's going digital. And maybe the government will run something like this.
Well,
in their way.
that's the one government are giving in, submissing into the crypto space. Now we see El Salvador, we see India, which used to be against crypto, now.
Well, China's still never been there.
China is not really.
It's
not really
because
there.
they want to do their own thing. They want to run their own blockchain. That's why.
Well, they're trying to do that digital yuan, but even them, they not really spelling.
They're doing what they're doing because they want their yuan to be more used than anything else. Why
And nobody wants yuan.
And nobody wants yuan. But that's their strategy. Eventually, everybody's gonna go digital. All this analog stuff just takes too much time, too much
No,
bulkiness.
and global and decentralized.
Yeah, we're going global. Everybody's connected. But we want everything yesterday, and with the old ways, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going from the old to the new.